Hey guys, just recently Russians were panicking because of the mobile internet shutdown in some parts of Moscow, and now things have gotten even worse than that. In many Russian regions, not only is mobile internet not available, but also cellular networks, so people can't even make a call. There is a particular reason why the number of such cases has only increased. Back in February, Putin signed an addition to a law that allows FSB to order a shutdown of whole cellular networks in cities and regions without waiting for court approval. So now, whenever FSB feels like it, it makes mobile networks unavailable in whole regions, which leads people to a justified state of panic and anxiety. It seems many Russians are so not okay with this new law that they even openly criticize the government of Russia on social media. Like, here's what they wrote under this post about the shutdown of the mobile network in the Rostov region, supposedly due to UAV threat. Many of them shared this view that such shutdowns are just unnecessary. And what's the point? They turn it off, but people are still dying. In Taganrog, there were literally 2 recent raids. So what's the point of them shutting it off? The drones just keep flying in regardless. And some Russians even assume that this way of fighting drone attacks can only lead to even more casualties among the Russian population. Here's Mikhail's comment voicing this concern. And I'm curious, let's say a situation occurs where there is a car accident, and as a result, the person has many broken bones. Without timely help, they're facing either disability or death. Let's say people managed to pull the person out of the car, but because the signal was jammed, they couldn't get through, and those risks became a reality. The question is, who do you collect damages from? From the mobile carriers, or do you sue the Ministry of Digital Development directly? To answer Mikhail's comment, I gotta clarify that Putin already made sure that no one will pay Russians for the accidents and ambulances that didn't arrive. Because he also signed a document that frees mobile carriers from any responsibility in case FSB orders a shutdown of their networks. The situation with constant bans of websites, social media, messengers, and even shutdowns of cellular networks gets so ridiculous that one of Russian deputies even publicly voiced his criticism by suggesting renaming the Russian Ministry of Digital Development, Communications and Mass Media to just Ministry of Digital Degradation. And it seems Russians love this initiative, and they find this open criticism as an invitation to add their own opinions to this matter. Here's what they write under such posts. Here Oksana even criticized the Russian Tsar himself. The country isn't sliding downhill on its own. It's been pushed, purposefully and methodically, under the leadership of a manager. In one of his interviews, he even called himself that. Even worse at those who, in one way or another, support such managers. Now is not the time. Let's wait until the end of the non-war. We have to endure it. The leader is good, he's just been lied to. Why should I even bother voting? Such comments to me seem like a surprising change in the attitude of common Russians. You should understand that every such comment is a potential 15-year imprisonment for those Russians. And they still deciding they're so sick of all Putin's BS that they no longer care about possible consequences. And they keep sharing such comments like this one, for example, that was posted by Alexander. They've stolen everything and turned into fascists against the people of Russia. They've been sitting there for 26 years, mired in corruption and blood. They removed all the opposition leaders. That wasn't enough. They realized that the only way to stay in power was through war and creating an external enemy. So they did it. Time has passed and the people are starting to realize that the main enemy is in the Kremlin. The next step is turning Russia into North Korea. I think if this madness doesn't stop somehow, Russia will drown in blood. And the final result will be a collapse into regions divided up by the West. Because once they've destroyed the Russians, Putin's organized crime group will devour itself. And things might get even worse for Russians. Putin always puts fear into Russians by reminding them of a crime-full 90s, but he himself is making everything to return his country to those times. And so there are even serious talks in the Russian government about returning to 90s communication technologies, to stationary phones on the street. What he doesn't understand, though, is that by multiplying such measures of limiting Russian people and stripping them of the modern technologies, he's getting closer and closer to a boiling point, to the point when a critical mass of Russians will decide it's time to voice their protest and disagreement, no matter the consequences. They're already so not happy that they just openly write comments against Putin on social media full of FSB agents. So let's see what's going to happen if he takes one step too far into North Koreification of his country. By the way, guys, yeah, I'm back. Sorry about my very unstable schedule. It was caused by my personal crisis. At one point, I decided that my work doesn't matter. But you know what? Maybe it does. So I'll keep posting. Thank you for your attention, and I'll see you on the next one.